into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune to my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Oh, it's a Friday morning. You absolutely stunners. Welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on SABC3. We're live, large and in charge. Looking good at it. Oh, Duke Friday.
Duke Friday,
it is.
indeed. I see you didn't get the memo.
I still need
train you.
I still need to find out what the origins of Duke Friday are.
You know, because, now cutting hair is not essential. We decided that we're going to start pimping it out a bit and then just get creative.
It's a cover-up.
So it's actually a cover-up. That's how it started, and now we're all just in it. So.
Well, Jamie.
Because your hair still looks good.
When your trim still be looking good without a barber.
The shade. But it's also day 43 of lockdown, and the Expresso team is here to get your Mother's Day weekend started on the right note with some great recipe ideas to celebrate the mother figures in your life, whether it be Oma, whether it be auntie, everyone. We are celebrating them on the show today.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus, it's also been exactly 1 week of level 4 lockdown. We've done it, South Africa. And while I'm sure some of you are enjoying the fresh air in the mornings, we've got another great home workout for you so that you don't have to risk the outside world in order to keep fit. So, Ryle René de Mornay will be taking me through the most.
It's a Friday, a Friday. We are getting straight into the weekend. Yes, I love the energy this morning. A very good morning to you. I'm Gukusha Adams.
And I'm Ryle de Mornay. Thank you for joining us on this magical Friday edition. Oh, I'm always so excited for the end of the week. I tell you, it's such a good feeling. We've made it through another week of the pandemic, and we've earned ourselves a beautiful weekend and something special coming up this weekend.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not just any weekend. It's a special weekend. It's the Mother's Day weekend. Mother's Day, by the way, if you've lost track, is on Sunday. So we went onto our social media and asking, it's Mother's Day this Sunday. Share a picture of your mother figure and why she's special to you, and make sure to use the hashtag Expresso Show. How about yourself?
Well, look, I must say, I got a call from my mom after yesterday's show, for anyone that actually missed it, and she was just almost close to tears and just saying thank you. So it was such an awesome experience and an opportunity to showcase my mother on the show and the rest of the world. So I think everybody else is going to really enjoy that today, especially seeing their moms, and let us know why they are so special to you. But guys, we have so much more magic coming up on the show, but we're over to the news with Kat.
All right, well, it is 7 o'clock, and here are your news headlines at the start of this morning. On the national news front, South Africa's COVID-19 death toll rose by 8 to 161 yesterday, Health Minister Busi Mkhonza said last night. Now, the Western Cape reported 6 more deaths, taking its total to 79. The province has the highest ratio of deaths, with nearly half of the country's total. Now, the minister also said that there were 424 more confirmed cases, taking the total to 8,232. With 3,153 recoveries. Now, more than 292,000 tests have been conducted to date, with some 12,700 tests done in the past 24 hours. Continuing with COVID coverage, Health Minister Busi Mkhonza said that South Africa was willing to assist in the scientific research concerning a herbal remedy in Madagascar used to fight COVID-19, known as COVID Organics. Madagascar's government has reached out to South Africa to provide its research expertise in studying the herb, which they've been using as a tonic to combat the coronavirus. Meanwhile, chairperson of the Government Advisory Committee, Professor Salim Abdul Karim, says there is too little information to determine whether Madagascar has indeed discovered a cure for COVID-19. Taking a look at international headlines, the World Health Organization, the WHO, has urged countries to invest in getting their healthcare systems fit to fight the next pandemic rather than scrambling around in panic when it hits. WHO Chief Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said investing now would save lives later, as the death toll from COVID-19 surged past 269,000 with almost 4 million confirmed cases. He said, quote, "History will judge us not only on whether we got through this pandemic, but also on the lessons we learned and the actions we took once it was over." In other news, flooding as a result of recent heavy rains has killed more than 260 people across East Africa. Kenya has been the hardest hit, with the government recording 194 deaths. Floodwater has also washed away 8,000 acres of crops and some vital infrastructure. In Rwanda, 55 people have died and floods have killed 16 in Somalia. In Uganda, high water levels have trapped an estimated 200 patients inside a hospital. And these countries also recently suffered severe locust invasions after or apart from COVID-19. And now a story on how Ivory went from being an unhappy petting cheetah to a proud father of 2 in the wild. Now, with only some 1,000 left, the cheetah is South Africa's second most threatened carnivore after the African wild dog. And that's why it was a great celebration when Ivory, the first ever captive-born male cheetah, sired 2 cubs with a wild female in the Amakhala Game Reserve in the Eastern Cape recently. Now, up to now, the mother hid the cubs well, but Natalie Fowler, resident ecologist at the Amakhala, was relentless in her search for photo proof and was delighted to eventually spot 2 healthy, adorable cheetah cubs. Gerard de Lange from Kuzuko Lodge was instrumental in the successful wilding of Ivory. And after being used to cub petting, Ivory later completely refused interaction with humans. But thanks to the special bond that Gerard established with Ivory, he calmed down and is now the father of 2 beautiful cubs and will live the rest of his life happy and free in the wild. And finally, taking a quick glimpse into the world of entertainment, the whole world, of course, has had to adjust to a new normal amidst the corona pandemic. But expectant mothers are feeling particularly anxious about bringing new life into the world filled with so much uncertainty. American singer Ciara has shared how she's preparing for the birth of her 3rd child with husband Russell Wilson and how different things are for moms to be amid this quarantine. Now, she spoke of the moment that she realized she was in a significant moment in time when her husband couldn't be in the doctor's office for the ultrasound. And she's found ways of giving back amidst the uncertainty, teaming up with the American military's United Service Organizations and Munchkin Baby Products to surprise military wives with a virtual baby shower ahead of Mother's Day. And she explained, quote, "I'm a military baby, so I have a deep connection to any member of the USO. I just wanted to give back in some kind of way, and I couldn't help but think about the moms." And on that sweet note, let's quickly take a look at the weather. Here's quickly.
Thank you, Kat. As we usher in the weekend, it's time for us to have the first look at the weather this morning. But first, let's look at some nice pictures sent in by our viewers. This one comes from Shireen Abrahams. She wishes us a happy Friday with this stunning sunrise picture taken from her hometown, Mitchell's Plain in the Mother City. Mitchell's Plain can expect sunny and pleasant weather today, reaching a high of 26. Shireen absolutely loves the Expresso show and says thank you. Thank you to the team for always making her day. Shireen, thank you for tuning in every day. Gary Okamp sent us this jaw-dropping sunrise picture of a colourful sky with shades of pink and purple all the way from Greenfields in East London. Greenfields can expect sunshine with some clouds reaching a maximum temperature of 24 degrees. Thank you to both Shireen and Gary for sending in their sunrise pictures. We hope you have a fantastic weekend. Now, most of the country can expect sunny conditions today, starting off in Polokwane. A partly sunny day for Polokwane at a low of 10 degrees, reaching a high of 24. A sunny day in Bombela at a maximum temperature of 26 with a low of 13. Hazy sunshine for Pretoria at 24 degrees as the maximum temperature and a minimum of 11. Johannesburg 8-23. If you are in Mahikeng, 9 is the low for the day, reaching a high of 26. Mainly cloudy with westerly breeze of 7 kilometers an hour for Klerksdorp at 4 degrees as the low and a high of 25. Nice with some sunshine and areas of high clouds for Kimberley at a high of 24 degrees and a low of 6. A partly cloudy day in Bloemfontein. Your temperatures are 4 and 23. Richards Bay 16-27. Hazy sunshine for Pietermaritzburg at a maximum of 26 and a minimum of 11. A light northeasterly breeze of 9 kilometers an hour for Durban at a low of 17 degrees and a high of 25. Mthatha 6-25. A gentle southwesterly breeze of 15 kilometers an hour for West London at a minimum of 14 and a maximum of 23. Pleasant with intervals of clouds and sunshine for Kledok at 5 as the low and a maximum of 26. Partly sunny and breezy for Port Elizabeth at a maximum of 23 degrees and a low of 14. George, 12:21. Sutherland, 6:23. Plenty of sunshine for Cape Town at a maximum of 23 and a low of 14. It's a sunny day in Worcester with a maximum temperature of 27 and a minimum of 10, and the highest temperature in the country for Uppington at a maximum of 28 and a minimum of 10 degrees. Now, being on lockdown does not mean we can't get to see this beautiful country we live in. Send in a picture or a video of your hometown and we could show it live on the show. Make sure to include a picture of yourself and why you love your town so much. Now, remember, whichever part of the country you're in and whatever the weather, make sure to have yourselves a fantastic Friday morning.
Pharmadynamics, effective, affordable healthcare.
Friday, we are here to serve you with daily inspiration to get you through the day. And our dedicated viewers and fans take it upon themselves to dispense some wisdom and encouragement too. Now, one of our viewers, Sifiso Kubeka, reached out on our Facebook page to share the following words from charismatic Christian author and speaker Joyce Meyer, and they are a pretty great analogy. This is what he had to say.
Jamie, it says, a bad attitude is like a flat tire. If you don't change it, you will never go anywhere. A bad attitude is like a flat tire. If you don't change it, you will never go anywhere. And I think it's so fitting, especially right now in this pandemic. We all kind of feel like we're taking a lot of punctures and we have a different effect on our attitude. But how we perceive that and what we do with that is what's most important to get us out of the situation. So I think it's quite interesting that your proverbial vehicle will not take you far if you don't regularly apply maintenance and always see how you change in your outlook, and that can change your entire perspective.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
Hey, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast show. This is Expresso right here on SABC. It's so good to be with you this morning. It's time for us to celebrate those of you who are having a birthday today. We receive so many requests every day. And remember that you can send your birthday videos to 071-640-6551 or email your wishes to birthdays@cardova.tv. It's time for us to wish our loved and loyal viewers a happy birthday.
And starting off the show on this happy Friday, Ivory celebrating her birthday. And it says, I wish my granddaughter Ivory van Wyk a very happy 9th birthday. I hope you'll have an amazing and special day. We love you from Ma Denise, Auntie Bianca, Craig, Jean-Pierre, Troy, Aiden, Shakira, Nino, and everybody else in the family. Thank you so much and happy birthday to you, Ivory.
Happy birthday, Ivory. Lindsay is also celebrating her birthday. It is a true blessing to have such a fun, smart and caring sister like you. Have a joyful and unforgettable day full of everything that you love the most. Happy birthday to you, Lindsay, from Lenita, Chasnin, Lynn and Elizabeth. Happy birthday to you.
We've got Taby now coming up, celebrating his 14th birthday. Our beautiful princess, Taby Adonis. May you have many, many more happy, healthy and joyful years. Lots of love from Mabeda, Nani and the rest of the Boltman family. Happy birthday, Taby.
Happy birthday. Who else is celebrating their birthday?
Ophelia saying happy birthday to our cheerleader and biggest fan, a shoulder to cry on, a safety net, and of course our best friend, our beautiful mommy Ophelia Freeman. May God bless you with many more years to come and have a great birthday. Love from Lorenzo, Deborah, Tasha Lee, Lucasia, Medicine, and Jacobeth. Oh, the families are so massive.
Everyone is just like, happy birthday! Aurora is celebrating her birthday. Such a cutie pie. A year ago, this little baby came home from hospital. We didn't know how to handle her as she was too small, but because God is good, He helped us carry and take good care of her throughout. And today, she's one of the joys in our home. We love you lots, Aurora, from your grandma Margaret, Daddy Giovanni, Mommy Sevonia, and Skylar and Simeon. Happy birthday to you, Aurora.
Extra special to be able to celebrate every day with you, Aurora. We are so glad you're with us. Now, Erin has got her 8th birthday. Princess Erin Sky Case. We love you very much. You are funny, witty, and very precious to us all. We are thankful for the beautiful young lady you are growing up to be. From Mommy Marusha and your brother, Caden. And look at that pimp swag on the hat there. Yeah,
I love it so much. It's the 8th of May if you're celebrating. Happy birthday to you. But if you'd like to send in your loved one a birthday message, make sure to do so by sending videos or your message to 071-640-6551 or simply email your wishes to birthdays@cardova.tv.
Yeah.
Later on in the show, we are chatting to a gentleman who is turning a whopping 116 years.
116?
What? So stay tuned for this incredible story.
All right, we all know that this Sunday is a very special one coming up for moms, and not just for moms, but for mother figures as well. Those ladies and those women who have been absolutely incredible and so important to our lives. And so, of course, we want to make them feel extra special. And so we're going to do that. We're going to help you out with this. Have a look at this beautiful spread. We're talking, oh, man, it's a beautiful crumbed chicken with some guacamole on the side, a couple of treats. We're going to be inspiring you with
It's
this.
crumbed with 4 R's.
Crumbed.
That's what it is.
Hey, we're
That's what it is.
Crumbed and crusted. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. I'm looking forward to this because, I mean, we're all looking for some kind of recipe or treat to spoil mom this weekend because, you know, moms are so special in our lives, right?
Mother's Day should be every day.
Yeah,
like, why we live... Okay, that's just my thing. Love my
I
mom
hear you, Chef Clem.
so much.
I hear you, Chef Clem,
So
doing
much.
the thing. But this is a genius recipe.
Right.
Let's get into it. What
And Mom will be happy with this recipe because we're doing crispy chicken, but we're not frying it, we're baking it. This is a killer recipe.
So even healthier because, you know?
Exactly.
There we go, Mom.
No
We're taking
oil.
care.
Straight to the oven. Let's talk about this. So the first thing we want to do is first talk about why we're doing this, because the tortilla chips are on promo.
Absolutely.
The chicken's on promo.
All
The
part of
avo's on promo.
Woolies Daily Difference.
It's like Woolworths was like, let's just make everything Mexican on promo. Yes. And I love that. With the surname Pedro, you know I love everything Mexicana. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Muchas gracias,
Yay.
señor. Okay.
Let's do this. Okay, let's start off with our tortilla chips. So all I did was, you can either use a processor or you can just crush it by hand.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're going to blitz it up and get these fine little crumbs over here. You can mix it up. I use the cheese and I use the sweet chili.
Together.
Together.
Okay.
They must come together.
I like where you're going with
Complex flavors. That's exactly what you want. This is going to be our crumb.
Yeah.
But we need something to help the chicken stick to the crumb. And that's where
Yes.
the eggs come in. So let's just do that real quick.
Okay.
So to this, we're going to add our huevos.
Uh-huh. Huevos?
The huevos going in.
What? I had to go back to my Spanish dictionary. Like, what is huevos? Oh, yeah.
Huevos are your eggs.
There we go.
That's where my Spanish stops.
Really?
Yeah, I mean...
The huevos come from the pollo.
Hey, the pollo, there we go.
See.
And we spoke about this, it's not jalapeno. Don't be that guy. It's not jalapeno. It's jalapeno.
Please, get it right.
Get it right? Okay, cool. So eggs go into the bowl. And then your hot sauce, and use your own supply.
Yeah.
I always keep a hot sauce in my back.
What do you even... Oh, no. Did you
don't-
just go Beyonce on me?
You don't do that?
I got hot sauce in my bag.
You don't keep hot sauce in your...
It's terrible.
Okay, all right.
Oh, and I love that line so much until now.
You know, like I've got this one friend,
Yeah.
and he's so self-conscious about his cooking, so I pranked him. I went to his house, he was making dinner. He felt very like chefs coming over, and he like intimidated.
Intimidated, yeah.
And I had this little tiny bottle of hot sauce, and everything came, but I was like, you know what? Okay, now it's okay. Now it's okay. You get those people. I was just messing with you. My apologies.
Yeah.
But you get those people that consider salt a spice, and I'm like, mayonnaise is hot sauce. Nah.
Oh, wow.
Nah.
Wow. People need to be educated out there in this world, Chef Clem.
Have the real stuff. This is also from Woolies. It's a habanero peri-peri sauce. It's
So
good.
it's fire.
It's not just fire, it's flavor, which
Okay,
is what
fire
you
and
want.
flavor.
There we go.
Okay.
So that goes into your eggs. You scramble that.
Uh-huh.
By the way, if you're gonna make a breakfast scramble,
Yes.
scramble this. You'll be
Just
awake.
like that, yeah.
You'll be awake.
Instead of adding the hot sauce after the fact. A lot of people do that. Maybe cook it inside.
And then after again,
Yo!
I mean,
Marion,
it's good for your metabolism.
Yeah,
It's good for your immune system.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, we try to keep the people healthy. I think so. Okay,
scares
cool.
me a little bit. I've got a low tolerance to hot food, so
Oh, really?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got to be easy.
I've got like an addiction to hot food.
Don't you get like those when you eat hot food and it's too hot? I start getting like hiccups and then like just.
That's true.
And then I can't swallow and then I feel weird. Like
You feel weird?
Do you know what I once did? I gotta tell the story. It's so embarrassing. So I was in varsity and I took this young lady on a date. And I was trying to impress her, right? Like the conversation was flowing, was going, but then I reached too much. So I was like, why? I can't even tell the story properly. I said to her that I could take a teaspoon of Tabasco.
Okay.
Like right there. And I did. And I took a teaspoon of Tabasco to the mouth and I swallowed. And I had like these convulsions.
So we were like, hey, girl, how you doing? Oh, my word, no way.
I'm like, why? That is so stupid.
No,
but anyway,
dude.
it happened, and now it's a story we can share and laugh about.
I love it. I love it. I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing. Okay, cool.
All right, so you're gonna let your chicken once dipped in
All right.
that egg.
You dip the chicken in the egg.
Yeah.
You bless it with the crumbs.
Yeah.
Just like that.
and no
Bless.
double dipping allowed here, because that's gonna get it's gonna create a mess.
You don't need to double dip because, I mean, it's got that crunch
it-
already.
yeah,
you could if you wanted, but I think this is enough. This is enough.
Coats quite nicely.
There we go. So all it does is you coat it beautifully like this. Then the part that's gonna make mom really happy, it goes into the oven.
Lovely.
You and I had the conversation a little earlier about the temperature of your oven.
Yes.
So when we say preheat your oven to 180, it means before the chicken goes into the oven must be at 180.
Okay.
Ovens are very different. Some ovens have a little indicator that says a little red light will go on or the red light will go off to let you know that you're at temperature. What I do, I go 180 and I leave the oven for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, that way you guaranteed your oven's gonna be at 180.
So you don't just like switch it on and count 30 seconds. It's preheated. No, it doesn't work that way.
Leave it at 180.
Okay.
Then you put your chicken in. That way you're gonna get that serious crunch on there.
Yes.
Chicken's gonna be moist inside.
Because that's the danger of baking, that it might dry out if you put it in too early. You were explaining to me that because it takes longer to get to temperature, during that time, it's dehydrating the chicken.
That's the trick. Make sure you get your temperature first. Now, we gotta make this guac. Okay, cool.
get it.
Guac for me is very simple. Like some people do overcomplicate it with like a whole lot of other stuff that they add to it. Like, I don't want it like bacon.
I have guac every night.
You do?
I guac every night, man.
I think
it's a
guac's-
thing in our household now. Like, what's a night without guac?
I don't know, a guacless night.
A guacless night. And
That sounds sad.
really,
No.
it just oh my.
We rock out with our guac out every day. It's just how we roll. It's a thing.
Okay.
Guys, I've got too much energy. Okay, so here we go.
Oh man.
The avo goes in. Nice. This is a super ripe avo. It's coming out of the skin super easily. I love that. And then all you're gonna do is instead of mash so that you can't even recognize it's an avo, I keep it chunky.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
A little bit of salt.
Yeah. Some of us like it nice and smooth. You keep it chunky.
Are you a smooth or are you into chunky?
I don't know. It depends on my mood. I have days
feel
when I
you.
like it chunky. I have
feel
days when
you.
I just want it smooth. You know what
If
I mean?
it's been a
On
tough
Tuesdays,
day-
I like it smooth. You know what I mean?
I see what you did. I wonder if South Africa's got what you did there. Okay, a little bit of lemon going in there. A little bit of lemon. That's going to stop your avo browning, but it's also going to hit you with that massive, intense like acidity, which is what you want.
What you
Then
got there?
Some spring onion.
Onions, look at
Also, keep it chunky today. I'm in a
Listen.
chunky mood.
that. Your knife skills are to be envied.
Yeah.
Oh.
I went to ninja school.
I was making gumbo like last week.
Hey.
And then I tried. Oh, I nearly had a look at this. You see that little spot there on my finger?
And it's lockdown now. You can't be getting medical treatment for that. Now, so how did you handle it?
I mean, I first screamed like a little lamb. "Ah!" You know, I didn't realize that I'd taken off a little bit of skin, but then I realized I need to just be more appreciative of chefs in the kitchen. You know, next
love
time you
that.
go to a restaurant, next time you're sitting in a kitchen next to Chef Clem or Nicole, appreciate these people so much more because the skills they have to make the dishes they do is incredible, man.
Thank you, friend. Thank you, friend.
No, honestly.
Okay, so we give this a good mash, nice and chunky. That's how it ends up. I serve it with some sour cream, some corn, charred corn, pickled onions.
Yeah.
You just get in there and you just eat. If you have a kid like you, young Phoenix, at home, put some newspaper around him on the floor.
Okay, yes.
Then let him eat. So when he's done, you just take all the newspaper, like all the crumbs, everything, and you recycle.
Here we go.
That's
Man,
amazing.
Your guac looks fire. Like I'm so. Oh my word! Oh no. Okay. Oh wow. And while Chef Clem is doing that, you can go over to our website expressoshow.com for the recipe and have a delicious Mother's Day. Nice one, Clem. Now, this morning, once again, we are in the presence of greatness. She was one of our very first incredible guests who joined us on Expresso at the beginning of the lockdown, and she has ignited the fire in many parents to create a functional homeschooling setup amidst changing conditions all round. Her name, of course, the incredible Basitsana Kumala, and this formidable force is joining us via video call once again to share more tips on keeping the kids' minds stimulated as well as how to maintain fitness during lockdown. Mambasi, good morning to you. It's so good to see you. You look amazing. Wow.
Thank you, Gatlaha. Good morning to you.
I've got to ask you, I mean, when we last spoke to you, you showed the nation the home classroom setup that you'd made in your office. How have you maintained that over the last couple of weeks playing mama/teacher?
Let me be very honest with you. It's been quite daunting. There are days when my kids listen to me, and then there are days when they say, but mommy, you're being too hard on us. But I have kept the structure going, still waking them up at a particular time, making sure they've had their breakfast. And then we move into this very office, which is, like you rightly say, has become a classroom. And just the amount of work, the sheer amount of work that these little people have to get through has just taken me aback. I have newfound respect for the teachers. Thank you for everything that you do. My son turns 8 today, and Wintle is the youngest. She's 5. And so I'm definitely hands-on with them. Whereas opposed Nati at 15, he's an independent worker. He needs to be in class by 7:20, not a minute late, because what they do then, they do a roll call of who's in class, online obviously, and if your child is not in class, you get an email from the school to say that Nati was not in class. With Wintle, I'm working on her phonics, her fine motor skills, so we're learning how to cut with the scissors. She does some maths, and with Khosi's got a lot to get through. We're doing bonds, we're doing core, we're doing science, we're doing spelling, we're doing English, and isiZulu as well. So yeah, by the end of the day, I'm wiped out. But because I still have a full-time job, so I also have to be on Zoom calls with my teams across the different businesses. So it's just so intense. And but some days are better than others. Some days you feel that you can be able to get through it, but some days I just say, guys, y'all just have to do your part as well. We all have to work as a team.
Absolutely, absolutely. I can only imagine the level of multitasking that you've had to do. Tell me about switching the hats between mama and teacher. Is there an hour that it switches over and you go from mom, we've just had breakfast, and now it's teacher mode, now everyone in class? And how do you manage that working back and forth? Because you've got to have a bit of a soft side to you, that is the mama side, but there's also the disciplinarian, strict teacher side.
So funny these days that I actually remind myself of my mother, who was a teacher for 40 years.
Wow.
And we used to call her Mutter. So Mutter at home would be that mommy that was very tender and soft and endearing. But she taught me from sub A, well, you know how old I am now, sub A, until standard 2. And my mother was the hardest on me in class. And I find with my kids that I have to find that fine balance. And what I'm also impressing upon them is that this is not a holiday time. You would be at school, you would be in a classroom, you would have a teacher in front of you. So what I'm trying to do is to equip you so that when you go back to school, you can be able to be at your best.
Talk to me a little bit about how you've gone about explaining to the children the crisis that we find ourselves in, not just as a country, but the world, because, all of a sudden, one day we were free roaming and it was absolutely brilliant, and the next day we were under lockdown, which was a drastic change for adults, and you can just imagine what kind of impact that might have on children, their mental health, their understanding of their surroundings. So how have you gone about delivering the message and making them understand exactly what is happening around them?
So in the beginning, they were rather confused about what COVID-19 is, what coronavirus is, especially the 2 little ones. So what I did then, I did charts that I put around the kitchen that basically explains what the coronavirus is, how you contracted, and I did, diagrams, around the fact that, you can be able to contract it, from somebody who's coughing, touching your nose oftentimes, or too many times, and having to wash your hands diligently for 20 seconds and sterilizing your hands. And so for the time being, you're going to have to be at home until the president tells us when it is safe to be out there. And so they began to understand and process the intensity of, what this means, because they can't see their friends. So once a week we have Zoom play dates, and then it's so funny the things that they talk about. So they'll say, what are you doing? No, I'm playing with my doll. No, I've just finished my homework. What are you eating? No, I'm eating popcorns. And what has been so wonderful for me as their mother is I'm getting to know my children better. And each one has such a unique personality, and each one has to be mothered differently, and their world is really friends, school, and home. And the fact that they have not left home for 2 months, it's quite daunting for them, but you keep them busy as best as you can.
Absolutely, but with an incredible mom like you, it's no wonder things are running as smoothly as they are in the house.
Wow.
And we really appreciate.
Some days are better than others, let me be honest. Some days I get it right, and some days I need some me time. I just need, and I take that me time by just getting out on the road and training and exercising, just to just stimulate those good hormones, those endorphins. Because if I don't do that, I think I will get a bit mental of them.
Just a little bit. We're going to touch on that a little bit later on, but thank you very much for taking the time to chat to us once again this morning as we reflect a little bit on your role as mama, a role as teacher for the children as well. But later on, we're going to be diving deep into how Busi embraces the full role of mama and chat about motherhood, especially ahead of this Mother's Day coming around on Sunday.
Mama B, Pasatane Kumala, is such an inspiration to so many women. I remember meeting her for the first time, and she just had that mother aura. So I'm sure that her kids are going to be spoiling her rotten this weekend, because it is, of course, Mother's Day on Sunday. Talking about Mother's Day, on social media, we asked you this morning to share pictures of your mother and maybe some words of wisdom for her. What have people had to say?
Of course, you guys have been as amazing as ever, letting us know how special your moms are. Now, starting with Mundlozi Titi, my mother is a single mom, and I graduated marketing all because of her. I own my own company all because of her. She is a hustler for my life. My mother is my rock, and I love her more than anything else on this earth. I love you guys. Stay good. And once again, I love my mother. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Mundlozi. And now we've got Nolene Bao saying her love is endless. Her sacrifice is limitless. Her patience is endless. And if I ever had to repay her for the support, I'd completely be broke. I love you so much, Mom. She is my queen. I absolutely love that, Nolene. Thank you.
Beautiful. And then we have a last one from Rowena Yankees. Oh my word, Auntie Rowena is my auntie. That's so funny.
Auntie
Says,
Rowena,
my mom is special because she's my best friend, but more so my mom. She's always been there for me. Now that I got a family, she's there for all of us. She's someone that believes you must cut your onion in half with other people and instill that in me. I love you, Mom. Have a fantastic Mother's Day. These are such beautiful messages coming through from you, sending these shout-outs to your mothers. So keep them going, keep them flowing on Expresso Morning Show, SABC3, and use that all-important hashtag Expresso Show.
Sanamgela kungobo namhlanje ka Expresso right here on SABC3. Thank you so much for choosing to start your morning and your weekend with us right here. Now, there's no single definition of what makes a hero, but most tend to be unsung heroes who are quietly doing amazing work. Community heroes can only be recognized after being nominated by someone like you. So we encourage you to please tell us who your #GotGame lockdown legends are, and you could both win a game voucher. We know that your hero has a great story and we can't wait to read it. So let's take a look at some of your nominations so far.
Absolutely. Starting off with Lindy Claessens. She writes, I want to nominate Marian Pretoria Speak for helping those in need because she's the most helpful person I know. She's always willing and never says no. We love that. Now, she also says, I was looking for a wheelchair for my mom on Facebook and she was the first to reply and deliver. She wanted nothing in return. I was also looking for a nebulizer and she responded that she has one and I can have it. She helps people every single day of her and Matthew's life. They are generous and kind and keep everyone fed.
It's just small acts like that, you know, that make someone else feel special, or it means the world to them and you don't expect anything in return. That's wonderful.
When you're so selfless to give without asking anything in return, for me, that is beautiful.
Truly a GotGame lockdown legend. Now, this second nomination, E.T. Sizwe Mtia has nominated someone who has gone above and beyond to make the community a better place in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic. I nominate Untuli Pretty, a caregiver in our community who works very hard and tirelessly to make sure those who need help the most get helped by helping them to apply for food parcels. She's definitely our legend, and that is why I have nominated her #GotGame. Yazi Jamie, for real, abantu abaninzi do not know how to access these things, you know, these relief funds or organizations or initiatives. So to have someone who's knowledgeable about that and share the knowledge with the community is absolutely wonderful. We love that so much.
Every single time I do this segment, I get goosebumps just to see that there's people out there that are still so caring. Everyone's stories are amazing. Now let us know who your unsung lockdown legends are. Nominate them and you could both win a 1,000 Rand game voucher. Now to enter, all you have to do is tell us who your lockdown legend is and why. #GotGame and tag in game stores and you could win. And remember, those T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com, and the competition runs until the 15th of May 2020.
That's right. We're taking it to another level. Okay, you can now buy groceries, pet food, cleaning items, hand sanitizers, baby products, stationery, DIY and gardening tools, as well as small appliances such as kettles and toasters, all at Game. Also, just in time for the winter, the list includes heaters. If you find any essential products at a cheaper price elsewhere, show them online, in store, and they'll beat the price by 10% on the difference under their price beat promise. And remember, they're open Monday to Friday from 9 to 5 and Saturday, Sunday, and public holidays from 9 to 3. I see Cat Daddy over there just stretching it out a little bit because it's day 3 and he has been sleeping for the past 43
Activate
lockdown
beast mode.
days.
Let's do this. Hey.
Hey, the shot's being fired in the studio. Hey, yo, apparently I've just been sleeping for like 41 days, right? But okay, the man's here to put me through my paces.
I'm here to wake you up, brother. Now, of course, many people think Friday's here and it's a time to rest, but there's no better way to jumpstart your weekend than with a good feel-good Friday workout. And now this morning, I'll be taking you through a mobility flow workout, which is kind of designed to open up your body through a series of flexibility and mobility workouts. So this workout is the perfect flow to promote a style of active recovery. And after a hard week of training, oh man, this can help you get a good sweat on while improving the body's natural strength line. So of course, you don't want to skip your Friday workout and join us for this Feel Good Friday show. And how special, we are joined by the OG himself, Cat, and we are doing something special, of course. Brother, when last have you...
I don't deserve that title.
What do you mean? Look at this aura next to me, brother.
You can't slap OG on me. But okay, thanks, Ryle. I'm ready. You know, and for those of us who have whose inner strength is like already there, I'm looking forward to just taking to the next level.
I love that. Okay, so Cat, when last have you actually played? We were kids, we were younger, we were crawling around, we were running around, we were strong and nimble. When last can you remember doing that?
Well, Lucia just said it now. Every day, I still do.
Oh,
right
lovely.
now, my favorite game with Phoenix, we go on your marks, set, go. And then he somehow feels like he has to run like this. I don't know where he got that from. And then at the end of the race, we go, yay! So we still,
nice.
you know.
You got a little bolt in the making, so that's perfect. So what we're going to be doing today, and for everybody at home, we're using our body, we're getting mobility, we're creating a fluid movement, and we're actually causing active recovery. And this is the fun part. So we're going to go down on the ground, and I know a lot of viewers are constantly chatting to us, Kat, about some small niggles and pains in the hip and the groin and the entire pelvic girdle. Yeah, and that happens with sitting down a lot. We tighten up, and this workout is just going to open the entire body up, all right? So we're going to start off with something called a cat camel. Really simple. It's just going to mobilize the lower spine and get a nice twist in it.
I've got a feeling like that exercise was specially made for me.
The cat in the building, all right? So we're going to do the cat first, and basically wagging your tail, lifting your head up to the sky, and then straight from that position, you're going to push your shoulder blades away from you, bringing your chin towards your chest, and we're just going to repeat that for another 3 rounds. So let's go once again for a cat, and then into a camel. And then one more cat, wagging that tail nicely now, and then into a camel. And now, Kat, the fun starts, all right? So you guys, we're in the prone position now. We're going to do somewhat of a modified plank. What you're going to do while your knees are on the ground, your shoulders and your hands are just underneath each other, you're going to try and lift your knees up over the ground while keeping a neutral spine, Kat, all right? So we're lifting up, and already you're going to feel some stimulation in the shoulders there. All right, and now you guys at home, what I want you to try is keep stable in this position while trying to tap your shoulder with the opposite hand, all right? So we're going to try this. So right hand to left shoulder, brilliant stuff. And you see we kind of are shaking around. We want to prevent that imbalance, all right? So let's go for 10 reps. 2, 3, brilliant stuff, brother. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, all right? And straight from there, you can put your knees down and we're going to go into something called a child's pose. How's it feeling?
Wow, the burn is there.
The burn has just begun, all right? So child's pose, we're going to sit down on your haunches now, Kat. Knees on the ground. And now we're going to open up those hips and a bit of those glutes and try to get your chest to just go straight down to the ground, all right? So this child pose is something we're going to repeat later in the sequence. And as you will notice, Kat and I are going to actually join these exercises together, create a really fun flow that you can work out with, right? So you can come straight back up here. And now the fun begins, all right? So you're going to...
You said that already like 2 minutes ago.
Sorry, man, I'm excited. All right, so we're going back into Beast now, Kat. All right, from Beast, we're going to rotate into a reverse tabletop, all right? So we're going to hook over to our right-hand side, reversing by keeping your leg on the ground, the right leg, left leg in the air, and then straight into reverse tabletop, and then you lift your glutes. Beautiful stuff. Then come back to your beast position once again. Everybody at home, keep your knees off the ground for this one. And let's go over to the other side now. And then you're going to go straight into another reverse tabletop. And then straight back into your beast, all right? So the core is working overtime. We're sweating, we're moving now. Back to reverse tabletop, and we're going to open up this front line of our core here. So let's go back to the other side. Keeping this hand in the air now, we're going to lift it up and straight over behind our heads. You're going to open up this entire core line over here. Beautiful stretch, Kat. I'm loving your form. And then let's go straight back down, back into your beast. And then let's rotate to the other side. You can feel the sweat here. Proper workout. We're playing. Get your hand back up. Open up those glutes. Open up those hips. This is the one that's going to work, especially for you guys who've been sitting all day and getting nice and tight. Now let's go back into the cat pose. Child's pose. Just for a quick breather.
Yeah. Definitely need that.
All right. And now we're going into a groiner. Okay, so this is interesting.
That doesn't sound pleasant.
Staying in this beast position once again. We're going to open up the hips, open up the glute, and we're going to do a groiner to the side. Beautiful form, brother. And then straight back. Repeat that on the other side now. Open up those hips. You're going to feel a nice stretch in the glute here as well. And then straight back. And now we're going to modify this with a kick through. You're going to need to use your core. Keep it nice and contracted. Groiner. And then keep your foot nice and low into that kick through. Beautiful form, brother. Wow.
Oh, wow.
And then straight back up into that beast. Groiner on the other side. And then another kick through to finish the sequence off. My man, I am absolutely impressed. How does that feel?
That feels really good.
All right, you think we can do one more flow together? Let's make it nice and symmetrical. Let's go smooth. Let's keep the control. You reckon you got it?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, let's do this, guys. You guys at home, try join us for this one. Let's have some fun. Keep the sequence, keep the flow, and keep the control.
Guys, the fun is about to begin.
All right, so we're going to start in the piece. We're going to go reverse tabletop straight from here. All right, Kat? All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's go reverse tabletop. And then straight back to beast. Lovely. Reverse tabletop again. Straight back to beast. Lovely stuff. Reverse tabletop. And then a stretch. Straight back. I'm loving your flow, man. Feeling the synchronization.
Yeah.
Another stretch out. Enjoy it, guys. You at home, stay with us now. Now we're going for the groiner, Kat. So groiner. All right, straight back again. Other side for the groiner. And again, now we're going for a groiner kick through. Look at the flow. I'm loving this. I found my partner in crime here, Tom. You have been sacrificed.
I feel like
it is done, brother.
I feel like a capoeira champion doing this. Hey, like, where's the drum beat, you know?
So that's really exactly it for you guys at home. This is exactly what we're going to be doing after the show in a live. We're going to put the sequence together and create a nice, smooth pattern, put some good tunes on, and we will see you after the show for that magic. Oh, that was a proper sweat, Kat. How are you feeling?
The fun did begin. It did begin.
Find your smooth fortune with Tropica. Buy a Tropica, follow the entry details on the pack, and stand a chance to win your share of 1 million rand in prizes, such as a trip for 2 with KLM to Amsterdam, LG G8X cell phones, LG TVs and dishwashers, guest vouchers, guest watches and accessories, plus the smooth grand prize of a Suzuki Ignis. The more Tropica you buy, the more chances you have to win. Tropica, nothing smoother.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
This morning we chat again to one of our favorite guests, the charming Maps Mapunyane. Maps has once again decided to be proactive and be a good Samaritan. With a joint effort, he is lending a helping hand to those disadvantaged community who are in need, and he's joining us now via video call. Good morning, Maps. Welcome back to the show.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me. How are you?
Good, good. I see you are rocking your face mask, you know, even being proactive in the comfort of your own home.
Yeah, I mean, look, we've been moving around quite a bit in and out of from where I'm staying to different locations, and you don't want to ever forget it. So it ends up just being a bit of an accessory that you just need to remember to ensure that you have it as functional use whenever you need it ASAP. Otherwise, it's easy to forget.
Definitely rocking it now. Talking about moving around, you have also been recently involved with distributing food parcels with the Nelson Mandela Foundation and other organizations such as Ibumba Foundation and Kolisi Foundation. Why specifically did you decide to collaborate with these two foundations?
Because I think you really want to be able to figure out how you can make an impact. Everyone's kind of wondering, you know, what can they do? And for us, you know, for myself personally, although things have been busy still, there's a little bit more time at hand, and this is what matters most. How can you help be a part of the solution to feeding people that are in need? There's so many people who are already starving and suffering right now, and to try and support as much as possible when you realize how privileged you are and just how lucky you are to be able to have a meal every day and have space and have a shelter. It's important to go and reach out to lending hand to those people who may be living from hand to mouth, or have lost their jobs, or just can't last more than a week, let alone what's now almost been 8 weeks of being in lockdown. And I think it's really important that we make make whatever kind of contribution we can to be able to make a difference. And I'm really inspired by how the Kolisi Foundation, Ibumba Foundation, as well as the Nelson Mandela Foundation came together, and it just made sense to be with people who could leverage off of each other's different resources to make sure that as efficiently as possible they can go to these different communities and ensure that each of those people get the support that they need and get the food and parcels that they need to be able to survive. And the food parcels that we've made last each family a minimum of about a month, sometimes up to about 3 months, and they're quite substantial, and people have really been needing them, and we've been happy to be able to provide them. And now I've been lucky to have been a part of some wonderful organizations that have collectively, now we've all been managed to, I think we've managed to feed 21,000 people now.
Bless your heart. Speaking specifically about the Nelson Mandela Foundation, they are currently running a campaign whereby one can support an entire family for, like you said, a month. How much money is needed to support a family, and what exactly does this money buy?
So the campaign is called Each One Feed One. It's a wonderful campaign that was started by the Nelson Mandela Foundation. They kind of got the conversation going and got in touch with Richard Mabaso from Mbumba, and of course then Sia Khaleesi as well with his wonderful Khaleesi Foundation, together with Rachel Khaleesi. They're doing some amazing work there. And the idea was to really not cut any corners and think of what it is that each family would need to stretch themselves out as much as possible and get the right kind of nutrition. Is something that we always take into account. Is there going to be the right amount of nutrition, and is it something that you'll be able to eat often while having variety, and that will last you a long time. And in the food parcels, you've got mixed vegetables, maize meal, which is about 10 kilograms of maize meal, 5 kilograms of rice as well. There's samp, there is beans, there's your different cleaning products as well. So that's also something that we've made sure to include, be it soap, hand sanitizers, handy Andy, whatever it might be, products that you might need for the house. Then there's pumpkin, butternut, so all really massive sizes of a big packet of potatoes, or whatever it might be, things that are all substantially sized that can last a long amount of time, and not just 5 items that you're putting into a plastic. I understand that everyone would be grateful for that, but that's something that will just last someone 1 day, 2 days, maybe 3 days at most. And we're really trying to think of the most sustainable way to keep this going, because you won't be able to reach the same people every single time. So how are you able to just leave as much of a substantial packet or parcel that will allow them to stretch that out as long as possible before you can help them again, and especially not knowing when they'll find a job again and not knowing when lockdown will be over.
No, absolutely. How are people in South Africa able to contribute during this time?
We've managed to get all of that together per food parcel. 600 Rand feeds one family for at least 1 month. So all it is 600 Rand to feed one family for at least 1 month. And you can go to the Nelson Mandela or www.nelsonmandela.org, and you'll go to the Each One Feed One link, and that will take you to the page where you can donate. Or you can go to the Khaleesi Foundation online on Instagram, and there's a link that will follow you onto their website there, places you can contribute. And there's different places all around. We as Bursary Network are also running a fund as well on bursarynetwork.com that will contribute to the Nelson Mandela Foundation. And we're all just trying to individually raise as much money as possible to get people's collective 600 Rands around the country, around the world, to hopefully create as many food parcels as possible.
Maps, bless your heart. Thank you so much for being the Good Samaritan, for being the selfless person that you are. We love having you on the show, and continue with all your efforts.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And stay safe, guys.
Well, we can certainly all take a page out of Maps' book and be a Good Samaritan.
Yeah, what is up? We are back. We are live. Thank you once again. And Kat, of course, has challenged me because he said that workout didn't stimulate him enough.
Yes, of course, Ryle. I'm not stimulated enough. Give me more. I'm ready.
Right, now, look, we thought we'd do something fun with you guys because we love to just put up new challenges, and you've got the whole weekend to try it out. So we've got a push-up challenge for everybody at home. How this works is we're going to try and grade you to see how many push-ups or how many examples of this variation you can do 10 reps of.
Okay.
Right, so we're going to take you through the different levels and continually upgrade that level, and you've got to find out where you can literally hit 10 reps of, right?
Okay.
So we're going to come down on the ground. We're going to start in the very, very basic position. Okay, so we're having our knees on the ground first, Kat. So this is nice and simple. So everyone at home, you can start off with this version and see how you go, right? So we're not going to do the 10 reps in total. We'll do 2 reps to show everybody at home.
Okay.
So this is your first example. Knees on the ground. Your hands are nice and wide apart. Have your heads facing straight in front of you, and go for 1 push-up. Straight back up. Let's try another one there, Kat. straight back up. All right.
That's pretty easy.
Pretty easy. All right, if that was too easy for you, bring your hands closer in together. All right, so now you're gonna have your elbows facing behind you, incorporating some tricep, and let's go for 2. This is level 2. Try it out, guys. Let's go for 1. And another one.
How important is breathing during push-ups?
Oh, it's so essential. You know, Kat, when I'm doing athletic events and competing, when you exhale on a movement, you increase the ability and the performance by exactly 10%. And that's a fact, my friend.
Wow.
All right, anyway, moving on, guys. Level 3.
Yeah.
Make sure you're breathing. So breathe out as you're pushing out.
So your hands are like in a diamond shape.
Hands are in the diamond position now, all right? Now we're going straight back down once again. Beautiful
That's
form.
a bit more challenging.
That's a bit more challenging indeed. Let's go for 1 more. And straight back up, all right? Now, if that was too easy for you, let's step it up. Let's get our knees off the ground now, Kat. So now we're in that main push-up position. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna have our hands nice and wide apart.
Yeah.
We're gonna try bring this right shoulder to the left hand, all right? Let's go down.
Right shoulder, left hand.
Yeah, we're going for a fly. So check it out. We're going right shoulder, left hand, as low as you can. Ooh, beautiful stuff, bro. And then straight back up. All right, let's try it on the other side. All the way to the side. And straight back up. All right, so we are now on level 4. We're on level 5. It's about to pull in. So now what you do, you have one hand straight in front of you and another one far behind you, almost close to your waist. And now you're gonna try and go for a push-up. All right, now the most interesting part about this level 5 is that you're gonna lift your leg into the air. All right, so if your one hand is behind you, close to your waist.
You keep talking while we're holding this position like it's nothing.
Okay, so lift this leg up in the air. And let's go down for 1. And down. Beautiful, Kat. I cannot break this man, people. Let's go for 1 more. And straight back up. Level 5 complete. Let's try it on the other side just to get the balance going. Man, this is too easy for you, brother. Right. Leg up in the air. Let's go down for 1. And up. Let's go for another one. And it is done, guys. That's 5 to 6 levels of an incredible push-up challenge. Let's see how many 10 reps. Well, let's see what of these exercises you can do 10 reps of and see if you can make it all the way to level 5. How you feeling, Kat? In the zone. I love it, man. Okay, so let us know on the social media. Of course, we want to see if you guys can crack this challenge, but we got to get down to business. See you guys later. Yes, man.
We're at 2 minutes away until we reach the top of the hour, 8 o'clock. It's time for us to have the final look at the news headlines. Starting off with our national news. As of today, South Africans can move house again under regulations published by Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs Minister Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma. People and their household effects may move around on a once-off basis, even across provincial lines, but it must happen by 7th of June. The rules are intended to allow people to move when they have entered a new lease agreement, either before or during lockdown, or in cases where they have bought new homes and the transfer of the property has already gone through. Still on national news, air quality experts at the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research said that there had been a substantial decrease in air pollution over the national lockdown period. A team of researchers at the CSIR is working in collaboration with the UK's University of Leicester to understand the impact of the lockdown on air quality in South Africa. Preliminary data shows that over Gauteng, nitrogen dioxide concentrations decreased by 23% and sulfur dioxide by 47%. Data was obtained from the Earth Observing Tropica instrument on the Sentinel-5P satellite orbiting Earth. On to international news. A further 3.2 million Americans sought unemployment benefits last week as the economic toll from the coronavirus pandemic continued to mount. The new applications brought the total number of jobless claims since mid-March to 33.3 million, which roughly translates to 20% of the U.S. workforce. America now has more than 1.28 million confirmed cases with almost 76,000 deaths. The World Health Organization Africa region says they believe that countries will experience the peak of the coronavirus infections 4 to 6 weeks from the start of community transmissions. It says based on their calculations, it should take less than 2 months on average for individual countries to report their highest number of daily infections. The WHO says the process of easing measures should be gradual, with the most essential parts of the economy being opened up first. And now, how 2 South African artists help struggling businesses. A collaborative tapestry created by artist Nelson Magamo and fashion designer Laduma Ngokolo sold for over R500,000 at an online auction held to raise funds for the support and relief program of the Save a Business organization. Save a Business offers grants of 20,000 rands on a weekly basis to 10 businesses struggling to operate during the lockdown. The impressive and stunning 2-meter by 2-meter double-sided mohair piece was available on bid for the duration of a week, with the winning bid coming in at 670,000 rands. Created in 2018 and displaying the signature styles of both, this is the first collaboration between the two well-known artists. Yet another heartwarming story of how South Africans have stepped up to assist fellow citizens in these challenging times. Turning our gaze into the world of entertainment, Mother's Day for Vanessa Bryant and her family is going to be a little different this year, as it will be the first since the tragic deaths of her husband, NBA legend Kobe Bryant, and their daughter Gianna, along with 7 others in a helicopter crash in Calabasas, California earlier this year. She recently found a letter from Kobe, which she posted about on Instagram, labeled "To the love of my life from Tupapi." She explained that Kobe had a photo of her drawn by an artist that, ironically, features her being held up by an angel. She wrote in the caption, quote, "Missing the love of my life and my sweet little mambasita, my fellow Taurus. Grateful to wake up to 3 sweet girls today. Wish we were all together." She celebrated her 38th birthday on Tuesday and shared a snap with her daughters Natalia, Capri and Bianca. Happy Mother's Day to her and all the mothers who may be feeling sad or lonely this coming Sunday. Well, on that note, that was your 8 o'clock news roundup. Right now it's time to have the final look at the weather with Jamie.
Thank you so much, Kuthle. Happy Friday. We've asked you to send in your sunrise pictures this morning. Geraldine Flatwell wishes us a good morning with this spectacular sunrise picture taken from a front door in Ocean View in the Mother City. Now, Ocean View can expect mostly sunny conditions today with a high of 21 degrees. Amogelang Tomele from Rustenburg in the Northwest says thank you to God for waking her up today and snapped this gorgeous golden sunrise picture from her home. Now, Rustenburg can expect hazy sunshine today with a minimum temperature of 9 degrees and a maximum temperature of 25 degrees. Thank you to both Geraldine and Amogelang for sending in their sunrise pictures. We hope that you have an awesome weekend. Now, most of the country can expect sunny conditions today, starting off with Polokwane, your lowest 10, peaking at 24 degrees. Plenty of sunshine can be expected for you, Umbombela, ranging from 13 to 26 degrees. Pretoria, 11 at 24, and then hazy sunshine expected for Johannesburg, ranging from 8 to 23 degrees. Mostly sunny conditions for Mahikeng with a minimum temperature of 9, peaking at 26, and then mainly cloudy and westerly breeze of 7 kilometers per hour expected for Klerksdorp with a low of 4 and a high of 25. Kimberley, 6:24, and then a cold start to the day for you, Bloemfontein, with a low of 4, peaking at 23 degrees. Summer-like conditions can also be found in Richards Bay today, ranging from 16 to 27. Pietermaritzburg, 11:26. South Africa's playground at Durban with a low of 17 and a high of 25. And then partly sunny and nice conditions for Umtata, ranging from 16 to 25 degrees. East London, 14:23. Cradock, 5:26. And then partly sunny and breezy conditions for Port Elizabeth with a low of 14 and a high of 23. Nice with some and areas of high clouds for you, George, with a low of 12, peaking at 21. Sutherland, 6:23. And if you do find yourself in the Mother City, Cape Town today, your range is 14 to 23 degrees. A light southeasterly breeze of 6 kilometers per hour expected for Worcester today, ranging from 10 to 27 degrees. And the highest temperature in the country can be found in Uppington with a low of 10 and a high of 28. Now, being on lockdown does not mean we can't get to see this beautiful country that we live in. So send us a picture or video of your town and we could show it live on the show. Also, make sure to include a picture of yourself and why you love your town so much. But whatever part of the country you're in, make sure that you have a happy Friday.
And it's going to be a happy Friday indeed, leading up to tomorrow, of course, which sees the repeat of Tropica Island of Treasure, Curacao, the episode that aired this past Tuesday. Now, of course, even though we can't physically transport ourselves to a tropical island, it doesn't mean that our minds can't escape to one. And if you've been following the teams on Tropica Island of Treasure, Curacao, you would know that the long life charms have been a small but crucial element to the game. And these charms can change the outcome of the season finale quite significantly. Now, in the studio, I think apart for myself. I think Jamie Lee is probably the biggest fangirl of
I am. I missed you. I missed you so much because we couldn't speak about Tropica Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Tropica Saturdays even before the time, and I couldn't get all the juicy details
all the
out
juicy
of you.
tidbits that I share behind the scenes.
You do.
That I don't actually share because my contract still says I can't.
He really doesn't.
You know how it works. Okay, but listen, I wanted to test out your knowledge to see how well do you know the concept of the game, especially because we're talking about the long life charms that are so important. What do you know about the Tropica long life charms?
I know that you can use it as an advantage for you. So if you kind of getting stuck with it, you use it, and then you can use it at any point of the game. Correct?
Almost. So let me break it down for you. Yes. So you get a long life charm at the Tropica long life ceremony. Now, once you have it, that gives you a benefit in an upcoming challenge, right? And once that benefit is used, it's done. But there's an even more important, crucial part to it is that each long life charm that a team gets gives them a 30-second lead or head start in the grand finale, should the team get there. And there's no limit to the amount of Tropica long life charms that a team can collect throughout the game. All that there is as a caveat is that if your team should get eliminated before the grand finale, then you have to donate your long life charms to one or all of the remaining teams, depending on who you formed alliances with and who you're friends with and buddies with. But it's a very, very important thing because at the end, as in the case of Team Cool Red right now, they've got quite a few long life charms, and that amounts to quite some time
in for the finale.
Exactly.
Wow.
So let me ask you some questions. Let's see how well you've been keeping up with the episodes and with the show. Okay. The first question I have for you is, which team was awarded the very first long life charm?
Team Cool Red.
Team Cool Red, and you remember that?
I do. I remember it. Where do I remember? Yes, I do remember. I actually don't remember where, but I know it was in the beginning. It was before episode 3 because that is when they actually used it first, when they came out of the water.
Well, no. So that's when they used it. I'm saying when they were actually rewarded or awarded with it. That was at the long life ceremony.
When they were giving it.
So that was what, episode 2?
Oh, yes.
Exactly.
Got it.
Now, here's the next question, which you kind of already answered, but in which challenge did they use it? So now that you've mentioned what the challenge was, I want to know if you can remember the name of that challenge that they used the long life charm
The water challenge where Nadia got stuck because she couldn't do the puzzle. Nadia, I love you so much, but you need to work on your puzzle game, though, because every time she's stuck with the... But then they use it there. I didn't feel like they needed to use it there, but...
They used it in Splashy Fun.
Yes, but it was in the water.
Where they had to throw the bucket of water over the line.
Yes, but that's the water... No, that's the water challenge.
Look at the visuals.
But that's the water challenge, because they're using water. Why do you feel like it's not a water challenge?
But there was no puzzle involved in that one. So Trevor had to run to the ocean, fill up his bucket of water, then throw the bucket of water over the blue kind of channel. Nadia had to catch it with the bucket and then fill up that cylinder until
I need to go and watch all the episodes again because I'm confused.
Well, luckily you can. Luckily you can. But everyone remembers that dramatic moment when they said, activate long life charm, and then everyone had to freeze where they were.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. All right, another question I have for you as the ultimate fan is, which team did Team Peach, give their long life charm to when they got eliminated?
I mean, they gave it to Mango Peach because of the alliance that they formed, because they were just in it together.
Listen to this one, eh?
It is.
And have you seen the dynamics of how the relationships between the teams has changed? I know you kind of have like this stoic character in Vazi, who every week is just like, oh, you know what it is? This is what we're doing. This is the team that we're with. And then, Dan is like, it's not personal.
It's just a game.
And of course, their relationship with Team Cool Red. But yes, you're right. When Team Peach was eliminated this week, they handed their long life charm over.
This is my saddest elimination.
Really? How so?
Really, because, they were very strong. You could see from day one, they were in it, they were invested. And to then just see Caldine break down, and because they also had such a hectic journey in the beginning, like, that whole little...
drama.
The drama. And then just to see how they became, like, besties at the end, and then to see them go, that was very sad. But, it gets sad, but it's nothing personal. It's just a game.
On that note, if you missed this week's elimination on Tropic Island of Treasure Curacao, remember to catch the repeat tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. right here on SABC3.
Catch the repeat of Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao Saturday at 8 p.m.
It's a battle for survival as 4 teams become 3.
We know exactly what we need to fight for.
Just when we thought this was hard enough.
Wow.
Push me! Push me! Stop! Get out! It's gonna be a nightmare.
It's a delicate balance as teams barrel their way through challenges to avoid elimination.
Catch the repeat of Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao Saturday at 8 p.m. only on SABC3.
Go out, wash my hands with my mask. Don't see friends. Wash my hands. And do my mask. And kids, you must wear your mask at all times when you go out, and keep your sanitizer by your hands so you can wash your hands anytime.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso on SABC3. We're live, large and in charge on this Friday leading up to a very, very special weekend where we will be celebrating special women in our lives who deserve not just credit, not just praise. They deserve love and so much more every single day. But who says it can't be extra special too? Well, we're going to make it extra special. The best part, Woolworths has made doing this so simple with their range of Mother's Day gifts and spoils. And whether it's a mama or mkhono, gogo, sister, a teacher, or even just a friend, Woolies has something for everyone. And this is your turn now, Kuhle, to celebrate Mama.
Mom.
Hey. Listen, tell me about your mom and why it is that you look up to her so much, all those characteristics that she embodies that you admire.
Mama is a resilient spirit. She embodies resilience and she balances up so well, you know, with a sense of calmness, a sense of kindness. She's very, very kind, but very stern at the same time. And I've shared this before, Umama was almost a victim of femicide. So gender-based violence and all of those things very close and dear to my heart. But she's managed to get through all of that and managed to raise 4 children, get all of them through to university single-handedly. So it's just like, wow.
Oh, wow. Is that the... Listen. What is that picture even? You guys are like the Avengers, the superheroes, the academics, the Addams family.
The Addams family.
I hope you've got this framed somewhere.
Of course.
I love it so much.
Do you see the cheesecop on the sides? I was so cool back in varsity, you guys. Do you see that hairstyle?
I'm lost in this picture. It is absolutely beautiful. It is like, that's the dream, yo.
That's
the
dream.
The African dream.
And Yazikati going through everything over the years, you know, struggling, living paycheck to paycheck. Oh, my heart is getting so emotional. She's managed to make sure that we get the best of everything possible on limited resources. Wow. So it's just like, wow. And there were times where we'd get home and things were repossessed and whatever, and the next day I have exams or I have school or whatever it may be, and it's just like, what are we going to do now? But there's always a plan. So that's what I love about her. She embodies resilience, but she's so kind and so stern, and she's so full of life.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Oh my goodness. What do you think is the one characteristic that you have inherited from your
mama? My mom is such a talker. She talks. My nickname at home was Speech.
That's great.
My nickname was Speechy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, Mom, I'm gonna make you some tea. So I talk a lot. She talks, and then she likes to say, meaning my mouth is not a wound. So I'm not gonna stop talking because it doesn't hurt to talk. So she talks, she loves laughing, she's just like, she's super cool. You know, when we grow up, we forget that our parents are actually human beings, that they have personalities. So growing up for Rimna, it's like, I'm discovering this person, and she's funny, she's cool, she's intelligent, and she's actually my best friend. Because growing up, it was like, okay, she's a rule enforcer in the house. You need to do this, you need to do your chores, you need to do whatever. But now it's like, Dad, man, like, what's going on? What's happening with the lockdown? Are you keeping sane? Have you seen your nephews and nieces? She asked me, so when are you bringing home a nephew? I'm like, ma'am, I'm 23. Relax. Okay.
Listen, speaking of your mom being a talker, let's talk about some of the things that she says, momisms, as they're called. Do you have a favorite momism?
I really do. But obviously, this one is attributed to the fact that she grew up pre-1994. She's had to work really hard to be a teacher at the time. And obviously, the circumstances were not so great, but she had to do what she had to do for all of us to be where we are. So she always says, so meaning work is not your
uncle's... This is not your uncle's house.
It's not your uncle's house. It's not your mother's house. It's not your family house. You need to do what you've got to do to get things done, you know? But at the end of the day, don't compromise on your values. Don't compromise on who you are fundamentally. But at the end of the day, if utwa kuhle, do this. It's business. You've got to do it, you know? So that's one thing that I've learned from her.
Put on those big girl pants. It's not personal, it's just business.
It's not personal, I'm saying.
All right. But listen, this coming Mother's Day, we want to spoil our mommies as much as possible. Do you have a couple of gifts that you think she might like?
Yes, Umama's all about, you know, being cozy and being warm. And also just considering that we are getting into the winter season. Sorry, I'm going to get up for this one, okay?
Do.
As you can see here, the knitwear, perfect. The color, I absolutely love it. This soft gown as well for just to be very cozy on the couch, you know, sip on some tea, watch your favorite movies, or you catch up with your children wherever they may be.
What's your favorite feel-good breakfast in the morning?
What's your favorite feel-good breakfast show? She says that she's also employed here because she wakes up on time every morning. Okay, so to my boss, if you're watching, she's going to send you an invoice for supporting the show. So I love this so much, made from soft yarn, but also with a little bit of stretch. I love how also the neck is raised a little bit to also create that sense of comfort, that sense of it's winter time, you know? Also, the color is absolutely perfect. So as I was saying, she can just chill at home on the couch. She can put on this radiance glow sheet mask, you know, and sip on some tea, eat some biscuits. So yeah, I get to pamper herself. So you're just not limited to the face. You also have the hand mask as well, and for your feet. So
wonderful things. You're a great daughter, eh?
Aww,
you should be very proud. Mom, you should be very proud indeed. And as said earlier on, that Woolworths has made it super easy for you to spoil the mother figure in your life. And it doesn't just have to be the mom who gave birth to you. It's all of those women who've played such a special, vital and crucial role in your life, who've shaped you, who've formed you, who've given you the strength and resilience to be who you are today. And we love you so much. And so for Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day indeed.
is that not just special, Jamie? And also to see the real, true force behind all the beautiful shows, well, the beautiful souls that get to actually be on the show here. It's such a special opportunity. And now, of course, sticking to the theme, we asked you guys earlier on the show to let us know on our socials, what is it and why is your mother so special to you? And of course, we wanted to see some pics of your mama, and you guys have come through as you normally do. So, Jamie,
as I
what does
always
everyone have to say?
Lucia Lulu actually came through first. She says, above everything, all I can say is that, Mom, thank you for loving my heart, and that's enough for me. I love you, Mama. What a beautiful picture of Lucia and her mommy over there. We have another one from our top fan, Josephine Pickstone. Good morning, family. My mother is a very special and strong lady. She had a lot of struggles in her life, but she got out on top. She raised 3 kids by herself as a single mom. I salute you, Mother. Honestly, today I'm getting so emotional. Just see Kutle's, dedication to her mom, and just how many women we are supporting today, and just like sending shout outs, because they are truly the backbone of all of us. So shout out to you, mothers.
Now, of course, we've got Stephanie that's come through and says, this is my precious mama bear. She is special because she is my go-to, my first line of defense, one that always shouts for me in the sidelines, who protects me, holds me when I'm sad, and laughs when I laugh. She is my special human, and I am truly blessed with the best. Wow, that is absolutely special indeed. Now, of course, we've got one more coming from Annie, and now Annie says, my mom plays such a big role in my life. She's a super mom of 3, and she raised us so well as a single mom. She's a go-getter, and I absolutely salute her with a stack full of hearts. Wow, Jamie, your mom, how do you feel about her? What is your dedication to her?
My dedication is, Mommy, just continue being the person you are. I love you. You are glamour. You are strong. You are independent. But you are so feisty. And yes, you might be my twin, but Mama, I love you so much. What about you? You got to celebrate Mom yesterday on the show.
I did. But I think, look, Mom, and I think to every other mother out there, just don't stop showering your kid with love. It's essentially the fuel that's going to allow them to flourish in the difficult time that we live in and the society that we have. And it's just so, I think every one of us is just so appreciative of what you do. So thank you, and don't stop sharing that love.
Definitely getting in the feels right now, but remember to keep those messages for your mothers and your loved ones coming through on our social media platforms. Expresso Morning Show, SABC3.
Eta? Yeah, I'm actually watching old matches right now because I really miss live sports. The only live sport right now is going shopping. I mean, think about it. Putting on my gloves and my mask, staying 2 meters away and no contact. But when it comes to paying, I'm tapping net bank card yam and I'm done. Let's make tapping to pay a habit. After all, we're all on the same team.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso. We're live, large and in charge, and it's a Friday, 2 days away from Mother's Day.
Yes, it's not just any Friday.
You got your plans?
It's a special day.
You got plans? Huh? You cooking? You see what we made earlier? We made a crispy, crumbly chicken. Check out our website, expressoshow.com, for that recipe. And, of course, check out Woolies for all of the latest gifts that you can get for your mom. But we've got a special gift for you at home. In case you weren't quite sure, celebrities all over the world have been posting videos about washing hands and keeping clean.
Yes.
And we got one of our own fans who sent us a video. And I've got to say, this one beats all of the celebrities that have ever sent any video. DJ Khaled, take this. This is 7-year-old Tyrese. Take this out.
I must stay at home, not go out. Wash, 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 wash my hands. Wear my mask, don't see friends. Wash, 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 wash my hands. And you my mask. And kids, you must wear your mask at all times when you go out. And keep your sanitizer by your hands so you can wash your hands anytime.
Yes! Yes, Tyrese! Yes! Sanitizer.
If you said it's sanitizer, it's sanitizer.
Yes, because sanitizer is for the sand, you know? The sanitizer is for your hair, you know? That's what Tyrese is all about. I'm just saying, you know, he's just spitting facts. Love it. He had to do that. He had to do that for school.
Oh my God.
That's amazing. And like the choreography, knowing when the next cue is coming in, grabbing the mask, putting it on, throwing it out, and then hey, don't forget my sanitizer.
But at some point, the person handing him these things forgot, you know, to be cued. Like, okay, my face mask now. You know, he had to say, okay, my face mask now. Like.
And the brilliant thing, like any seasoned live TV professional, Tyrese is a one-take wonder. Tyrese doesn't go, cut, you forgot your cue. He just rolls with the punches. The camera's rolling, and so, hey, mama, you forgot my sanitizer. Pass it. Thank
he doesn't get to stir my favorite.
The song just carries on. Wash my hands, put my mask, can't see my friends. Yeah.
My favorite is the little one coming in at the back.
Tyrese, you are life.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
Trust Kat to make a song out of it. I mean, wash my hands, do my things. No, Tyrese just schooled us on how to wash our hands. So, Nicole, you better wash your hands. Did you wash your hands?
I'm doing it. I just need my sanitizer.
You need your hand. You don't have your sanitizer. I will sanitize mine. Yeah. Washy, washy, happy, happy. I love that sanitizer. Is that a new thing now? Okay, we're going with it. Sanitizer, everybody. It's the new thing.
Sanitize those hands. Sanitize. Sanitize the hands.
Sanitize the hands. That's a new song, guys. Sanitize the hands, everybody. Listen, we are absolutely talking all about Mother's Day today. We're saluting super moms like Basisane and, of course, the ones that you've been sending through on our social media platforms. But if maybe you're looking for a great treat to spoil your super mom, then we've got just the thing for you. We know that moms love that perfect afternoon cup of tea or coffee with Clover Creamal Creamer. Now, not only is it great for that cuppa, it also makes for the tastiest treats in baking, as we're about to show you now with our Creamal cookies. Well, look at you, turning things up for Mother's Day, making some cookies with it. It smells so good, by the way.
You know what? This is the best cookie recipe because I never thought in my chefing career I would ever make cookies in the microwave.
In the whole microwave?
In the microwave. So this is how you actually make the biscuits. So you crack your egg in your butter. So we've got that
melted butter.
Yeah, just gonna mix. And then we're gonna add our caster sugar, about half a cup. And our rising agent, which is bicarb. And our flour.
Put it in there.
There we go. Literally everything all just goes into one. And then we're taking our cremel.
I'm about the convenience lifestyle, especially now for Mother's Day, because, you know, some of us, like myself and Kat, our kids are still very young, so they're not going to do anything for us, so we're going to have to be doing our own things for Mother's Day. So maybe we can make biscuits for ourselves, and Kat, you can make for Monique as well, you know?
Well, you just train them, get them involved.
Definitely.
Even if the kids don't make something for you, it's something you can do with them, you know?
Yeah.
That's the fun part. Okay, so we've got our cremel in here. We're going to mix this all up and add a little bit of vanilla essence. And you'll see this cookie dough comes together really quickly and beautifully. And then we've got chocolate chips. You don't have to add them, but you know, if you want to spoil mom, just add a little bit of something. And we've got some nuts as well, which is pecans. Just chop them up, put them in, and your chocolate chips. So like, if you don't find chocolate chips, I took a slab of chocolate, cut it up. You know, you don't have to go...
Whatever you want.
Exactly.
However you want to do it. Take me through it. Why cremel? Why did you decide to make a biscuit in the microwave with cremel?
Because it just adds that beautiful, like, creamy flavor to it, you know, and it just so adds a different element to it. It's just a different type of cookie than your usual standard flour, butter, sugar. Yeah, I like it. It tastes almost like fudgy. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but I was very, very happy with it. So you take your cookie dough, you'll see how beautifully it comes together. You can mold it in your hand. You pop it on a microwave-safe plate. Give a nice amount of spacing. Guys, this does really spread out. So give enough space, otherwise you're gonna have one massive cookie.
Or you can do that. Or you can just make a big cookie.
And what I liked about this cookie, so as soon as I microwave, it's 2.5 minutes. But what I found is if you make more than 2 batches, the plate gets too hot. Then your cooking time is too much and it will burn. So if you're gonna make it, take another plate rather, and then do it from scratch, because the plate gets hot. So just be very careful. And then what I like, it's super soft and pliable when it comes out, and when you let it set, it goes hard. But if you want to make something even cooler, you just set it in a bowl, and then you can serve your mom some ice cream in the cookie bowl.
I was actually thinking about that, some ice cream. But you know what I love doing with cookies is as soon as it comes out and it's hot and it's fresh, especially because it has chocolate in it, you just bite them into it so it comes out of the microwave and you put it in, and then just that ooey goes.
It's absolutely delicious.
That is so good.
And also what I love about cookies is dunking it in a cup of coffee. So I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee quickly.
Oh, wow.
And then I'm going to dunk it, but I want you to taste them as well. They are delicious.
Okay, so I'm going to go in.
Take a small piece, that's all right.
Yes, because you know you usually... I only cheat days are only on a Sunday, but because it's Mother's Day, I'm spoiling myself because Luke is not going to spoil me this weekend, so...
I'll spoil you. Good, right?
That is so good. I'm not even lying right now. That chocolate in there.
Yum.
I love it. This recipe can be found on expressoshow.com if you want to get in. Keep dunking. What does the coffee do with the dunking? I'm not a dunker. Are you a dunker?
I love it. It makes it cookie nice and soft, and it pops in your mouth.
No, and then the criminal kiss is there at the bottom, and then who must do... No.
I leave that for no one.
Okay.
No one. I don't think anyone...
Wasting, Nicole. But listen, there's one thing we love about the hashtag Love Clover competition. It's that we get to see how much love you put into your recipes. And if Husband Olympics was a thing, then Ricardo Monet would win it hands down. He made a delicious layered dessert for his wife in which he used Clover Classic custard and Clover Classic yogurt. I see you already nodding your head, which is a based dairy snack. Now, those desserts look stunning. Nicole, you're giving it a thumbs up?
Yeah, thumbs up to him. Well done.
Listen, guys, Ricardo knows that the way to his wife's heart is through classic custard because he shared a pic of the waffles he made for her. She is one lucky wife. Kudos to you, Mama. Okay, maybe send some Ricardo's brothers our way. But if your cooking skills are like Ricardo's, then you would want to enter the competition too. Simply reply to the Clover competition post on Expresso's Facebook or Twitter page by posting a pic of your recipe creation. Use the hashtag #LoveClover and tell us which Clover product you use to create your dish. There will be one winner every week until the 29th of May of the most creative recipe using a Clover product, and the winner will win a Clover Love Pack hamper, and we will be making that winning recipe right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. So get cooking and enter. What are you waiting for? Remember, those T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. I want to get another one.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
back on a video call with Miss South Africa 1994. Now take your mind all the way to back then. Of course, former top-billing presenter Mbasitsana Khumalo, and she's worn many hats during her prosperous and illustrious career, and that includes the one of Mama. And of course, with Mother's Day coming around on Sunday, we're about to dive into her thoughts and her experiences as a mother. And not just mother, super mama, can we say that as well? Because all throughout running a household, running a business, you still manage to find time to exercise and get the endorphins flowing through the body. You mentioned that a little bit earlier on, Basi. What exactly are you doing in terms of your exercise regimen?
Well, before lockdown, I used to do Bikram yoga, which is hot yoga, and Pilates. And I took that form of exercise because in 2016, I had a multiple fracture on my ankle, and I had to have 11 pins and 2 long plates inserted. And so the doctor said to me that I'll never be able to run again, because before that, I used to do 10Ks every single morning.
Wow.
So with lockdown, I said, you know what? You have to face your fear. You have to be brave. You have to be courageous. Get back on that road. And I have been running, and the other day, I managed 10 kilometers after a couple of months. I started slowly with 2, then 3, then 4, and so I run every day, and I do some weights. We do have a home gym, thankfully so I do some weights as well, and I also love skipping. So after my run, I will do like 100 skips, and then that's me. My hour is done, and I'm good to start the day. I generally wake up around 6 and finish my workouts. Before then, I get the kids up and then get the day going.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
so I think, just keeping active has kept me sane. Let me be honest.
And I know, Karen, that Romeo is quite an aficionado of running. In fact, he's been known to run a few comrades. I've seen a few pictures of him go comrades. Is he challenging you to a future comrades walk one day?
You know what? I think it's wonderful to live with a partner who's also active. When you have somebody who inspires you to say, you know what, you can do this. Let's get on the road, and it makes you believe that you can be able to do it. So I've been very fortunate in that.
Yeah, I mean, the two of you are certainly couple goals for many of us out there who look upon you for inspiration. And you have 3 beautiful children as well, and you accomplished so much in your own personal life, right even before you had your first child. Let's talk about your role as a mother, and how would you say that motherhood has changed your life?
Katleho, I always say that for me, motherhood is my highest calling. I work in different businesses, and that's just work. But who I am at the core, the essence of me, is being a mother. When Nati was born in 2005, I had been struggling to conceive. I had 7 miscarriages before he was born, and just holding that life for the first time in my hands made me look at life differently. I began to appreciate the sanctity of life. I began to appreciate the beauty of life, but more so the simplicity of life, because I found that my children are my greatest teachers. I've learned so much from each and every one of them. So I also opened myself to the student of their lives, and they just taught me so much about not sweating the small stuff, living simply, and my children have taught me not to be hard on myself, because there's some days that as a mother you don't get it right, and oftentimes you have the guilt. My kids, as I say, are my greatest teachers, and they've also taught me how to navigate this world and the meaning of life, and they've given my life such deeper meaning. So I count it all joy. I truly count it all joy that I have these 3 little munchkins, and my 15-year-old won't like to hear me calling him a munchkin. And I always say that you will always be my baby, even if you turn 50. You'll still be my child, and I'll still call you my munchkin.
And now I'm sure all the munchkins were smiling from ear to ear yesterday when you celebrated Khosi's birthday. And I understand Khosi, middle child, receiving all the love, all of the hugs. So can we bring Khosi closer to the camera and just wish him a happy belated birthday?
Of course. He's such a diligent...
Look at that!
little boy, and he's studying very seriously, so he's busy doing his number sense stuff.
Happy belated birthday, Khosi.
Hello.
Listen, Khosi, I've arranged a very special surprise for you, so you won't be able to see them now, but behind the scenes, there's a big choir made up of cameramen and everyone here, and we've been practicing all week long to sing happy birthday for you. Are you ready, Khosi?
Yes.
Okay, everybody, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. In harmony. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Khosi. Happy birthday to you. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Thank you.
I really hope you had a very, very special day yesterday, Khosi. But tell me, why do you love your mom so much, Khosi?
Because she does a lot of things for me.
Yeah? Things like?
Help me with my work, play with me,
Yeah?
make me feel better about myself.
Oh, that's amazing. That is just amazing, man.
And she cooks for you, really? Like, where's my cooking in that
Don't
list?
forget the delicious...
I had pancakes and eggs and a donut and bacon for my breakfast.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. All the reasons there to
This
love
was
mom.
a special request. Maubani yesterday, before his birthday on the 6th, he says, Mommy, for my breakfast birthday, please may I have pancakes and donuts and bacon and eggs. And those pancakes went in a flash, yeah?
All right, I'm sure Khosi wants to get back to his work. But before we let go and say goodbye, Mambasi, Mother's Day is coming around on Sunday, and there are very, very many special mommies out there who are taking care of little ones, taking care of families, and who find themselves, you know, confined to their houses during this lockdown. I'm sure you'd have a beautiful message for them. What's your message to all the moms out there?
You know, for me, to all mothers out there, we need to celebrate our children's uniqueness. We need to learn to stop trying to let our children live our lives and live vicariously through them, because we never could achieve this or that or the other. Children, let them be. Let them find their own voices. Let them walk their own path. Let them fulfill their own destiny. And you know, I love this beautiful poem from Khalil Gibran. And this poem is just something that has always inspired me and made me understand my role in life as a mother. The poem says, your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, yet they belong not to you. You may give them your love and your thoughts, but for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies, but not their souls. For their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you. For life goes not backward, nor tarries with yesterday. So this is a poem I dedicate to all the mothers out there. Let's love and celebrate these beautiful beings in their individuality, in their calling, and in their life purpose.
Wow, Mambasi, every moment spent with you an inspiration. Thank you so much for allowing us into your home once more, allowing us into your family's hearts, and just inspiring us. We send a lot of love to you.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Lots of love.
Thank you. And happy Mother's Day to you as well for Sunday coming up. And
thank you so much.
That for you at home watching this has been inspiring. It fills you with lots and lots of love. And as we look upon this Mother's Day coming up on Sunday, to all the mummies out there, happy Mother's Day.
And we're back in the kitchen, but before we do anything, it's very important for us, as we were taught, Clem, to hand-itize.
I did hand-itize.
Have you?
Yes.
I'm going to hand-itize right now.
It's very, very important.
So that I don't get in trouble, okay? We were told to stay home, put on a face mask, and hand-itize. Now it's Friday, and we have decided to share something special with you. Chef Clem is on hand to host a class for all the budding pastry chefs out there. If you want to know the difference between short crust pastry and puff pastry, and want to learn how to make the perfect short crust pastry 2, Clem will show us how. Plus, he has the recipe for an apple and berry galette, the perfect Mother's Day dessert. You know what I love about bakers or people who can bake? They make the world smell so delicious.
It's so true.
Yes.
Do you know, like, when they sell homes, they try to, like, have a baked bread going on in the oven or baking cookies, so when you walk in, you get that nostalgic feeling of,
the
like...
homey feeling.
And they'll be like, this can be home.
Wow, that is a brilliant marketing
And when
strategy.
I used to work in restaurants, we used to put spray vanilla essence over the menu, so it makes you hungry. We're naughty, eh?
You guys are so naughty.
That's how we get you.
Okay, you're slicing apples right now. What are we doing? What is a short crust pastry?
So a short crust pastry is a very simple pastry made out of flour, equal parts flour and butter, equal by weight.
Okay.
Okay, and then we add, if it's a sweet one like we did, we add a bit of icing sugar to it, and then we add egg yolks, and that brings it together as a pastry. The reason it's called short is because when you bite into it, you want it to kind of snap, a soft snap. We call that short.
Okay.
The difference between a normal pastry and this is, like, other pastry, we try and work more, and you'll get a bit of a chew in it.
Yes.
Short, we want that soft snap.
Okay, so short crust pastry, soft snap. If you want it to be a little bit sugary, you just add icing sugar into it. Okay, and what's the difference then? What is puff pastry?
So puff pastry is when we'd make a pastry like this, and then we'd start folding. We add, like, some butter over this, and then start folding the pastry over, so we create layers of butter and pastry. So basically, this is your pastry layer mixed with your butter layer.
I see.
And then because there's moisture in butter, when you bake it, it puffs up.
Okay.
That's puff pastry.
And when you slice it
then
in
it goes
middle.
And it's so delicious and crispy. That's puff pastry.
My heart is smiling just
This is so decadent. You literally make it in, it comes together in under a minute. And it can live in your freezer. I'm not lying. If you cover this properly in your freezer for about a year.
A year?
A year.
Of pastry?
Yes.
In your freezer?
In your freezer.
What? So to anyone lazy in the kitchen and they might think they might need this pastry next year around this time, and you can follow the instructions right now and put it in your freezer and let us know how it goes next year, this time.
Okay. So now we've made our pastry. My tip is when you actually roll your pastry out, a lot of people, they roll it out on flour, and then they flour their rolling pins as well, so the pastry doesn't stick to the counter or to the rolling pin. What I like doing is I like rolling it between 2 sheets of baking paper.
How come? What's the difference?
Because then when you're actually busy rolling it, you're gonna try and roll it out to like a circle shape.
Okay.
When you're rolling, you have to kind of move the pastry, or you move around the pastry. When you're doing it between the paper, you just move the paper.
Oh, you just shift it
and then
with your hand.
I might cook well, but I don't clean well. True story, true story. So if you do it like this, there's no mess.
I love your honesty, Clem.
Honesty is the bit. I cook so much in the kitchen with my mom, right? And it becomes noisy. So my dad, like, he knows when we're about to cook, he knows he has to go find his spot because it's about to get messy, it's about to get noisy. I'm messy, my mom is like super OCD in the kitchen. Once you touch something, like you haven't even put the lemon down and boom, it's already gone, it's packed away. That's my mom, you see?
I love that.
But we have that harmony in the kitchen. We cook really well together.
You
it's
guys
amazing.
have found the balance for both of each other. You messy and she makes sure that you are in line.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I can take your bowl, and you're gonna just use that as a guided shape. Actually, this is a bit small. Let's get a bigger one. We can make a bigger one today.
Okay, we want a bigger one, hey?
Yeah, a big one. Also, when my mom comes to my house, it's amazing, right?
Can't you just press it down?
No, you want to cut it out nice. If you press it down, you might it might not cut out properly. If my mom comes to my home, you know, even though your place is clean according to your standards, it's never mom standard clean.
That's true.
She will be there for 10 minutes, and I will walk in after this, and I'll be like, "Where's everything?
Where's my house?"
But she's good like that. I love that about her. Moms are like that.
No, moms are my favorite people in the entire world. And that's actually very true, especially in the kitchen. There's a difference when someone else cleans the home, and there's a difference when mom cleans the home. And she expects that everyone cleans according to her standards.
Or when you lose something, and you go, "I've looked for it." And then your mom says, "But like, have you looked for it? Look for it." And it's not missing until mom can't find it.
Exactly.
When she can't find it, then it's missing. True.
And it's always like, "Oh, you didn't even try to look."
You didn't.
Now, I have to do everything in this house.
It's so true.
Oh, can you, Clem, take out the chicken? Next thing you hear the gate open. Oh, that is mom. I forgot to take out the chicken.
But that's a universal thing. Like,
that's a universal thing. Like, you just panic at that point.
Look at us talking about mom. I'm supposed to be cooking.
I'm sorry.
Okay, let me tell you guys what I'm doing. Okay, so I took my apple, I added some cinnamon to the apple. Apple, cinnamon, vanilla. Best friends.
Apple slices and cinnamon.
Best
Living
friends.
lavish.
Best
I love
friends.
it.
So what we did, I added some lemon to that just to stop it from browning, give it a good mix. So we've got our pastry, beautiful round piece of pastry. We're gonna add some berries. I've got some raspberries. You can use whatever berries you have or you find in your Woolies store. Raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, mulberries, they all go. This really works. Just like that. And they got, the blueberries are gonna, you see, the thing is you don't want to overload it too much because these are gonna...
Don't panic, just relax, okay? Mother's Day is on Sunday.
I know, but for mom, you have to be like perfect.
There is pressure when you're making for yourself and when you're making for your mom, so.
It's so true. She's like one of my, I wouldn't say harshest critics, but I take what she says to heart. So if she says like, a little too much salt, then I'm like, okay. Meanwhile, I'm crying inside. I'm like... No, but really, she's amazing. She's also good. Like she can walk in and she can be like, whatever the temperature is in the oven right now, it's a little too high. I'm like, you don't even know what I'm making, which is like, trust me. And you go and
it is
true story, too high.
She can feel it.
She can. Moms, they've got this amazing sense. It's crazy.
You know, oh man, I love talking about moms. I could talk about your mom the entire morning.
I miss her. Hey, those lockdown keeping us apart. It's amazing. Yeah. I mean, it's not amazing. It's sad, but it's amazing how we can stay connected like through WhatsApp calls and
video calls.
I think I talk to her more now than I did like normally.
That's true.
I just don't see her.
Because also there's a sense of like you just trying to check up on her if she's still okay, you know?
Exactly. Okay, cool. So now we've got our ingredients in the center. I'm just going to start folding over. I'm doing it freehand, so all we're doing is I'm folding over, and I'm trying to do this in reverse so you can see what I'm doing. And you just keep on crimping, folding, and eventually you're gonna go all the way around and you're gonna seal your ingredients inside. And then you're gonna brush with a little bit of egg yolk. That's gonna give it that nice glaze, and you're gonna sprinkle some sugar over. So what's gonna happen, the sugar's gonna go crunchy and crispy, so it's gonna get like nice crunchy exterior. That's good. Look how pretty that looks.
So pretty.
Pretty.
So
then
pretty.
Goes to the oven, 20 minutes, you're winning, you're smiling, I'm gonna put it over there. What you're gonna do is you're gonna serve it with some cream. This is not just any cream.
It's not just anything from Woolies, it's not just anything.
It's double thick Jersey cream, okay? It's so thick, how thick is it? It's that thick.
I thought it was ice cream.
You thought it was ice cream. It's like, these cows, they are just like, I can't even explain to you how they speak 7 languages. These cows speak 7 languages.
They're multilingual.
They're multilingual. I don't know, they're just amazing. They're just amazing.
They work for the UN. They do incredible work for the community.
I can't explain. This cream is so rich. It's Bill Gates rich. It's like
that kind of cream. Oh, I like that.
Okay, so a little bit of vanilla goes in there.
Okay.
A little bit of sugar, and then all you do is you don't whip this cream. You stir this cream because it's already thick. And once you stir, it comes together. Nicole's been snacking on this cream since this morning. It's so decadent.
Living her best life.
So all you do is you take this, whip it through, then your beautiful galette. I'm gonna put some on top.
Okay. I'm not gonna say no.
Don't say no.
I'm not gonna say no.
Mom!
We're done.
We're done.
Beautiful. I absolutely love it. It was quick and easy. Put in a little bit of effort. The recipe is on expressoshow.com. Well done, Claire.
Well done, you. To all the moms out there, happy Mother's Day this weekend.
Happy Mother's Day to you all. I can't wait to actually eat it on behalf of my mother. Are we going to put it in the oven now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome back. This is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso. We're live, large and in charge on this Friday morning. Listen, it's a very, very special Friday indeed. Now, imagine living through the Spanish flu, 2 world wars and apartheid. Now, this is the reality of Ntate Freddie Blom, believed to be South Africa's oldest man and possibly the world's oldest man. And today is a very special day as he celebrates 116 years today. Happy birthday, Freddie! Happy birthday! And joining... Yeah, there we go. Thank you very much for that, guys. And joining Freddie right now via video call, there you can see them, is also Hygiene Michaels, who's a member of the Delft Senior Forum. Thank you so much for joining us on this call. Happy birthday, Freddie. Can you hear us, Hygiene? Hygiene, can you hear us? I mean, trust the technical issues to be coming through right now when we're doing this celebration. But let's try once more. Hygiene, can you hear us? Okay, I think we might be encountering some technical difficulties right now, just making that phone call work. We'll try and get in touch with them again. But if we don't, Uncle Freddie, happy birthday. 116 years old. Born in 1904 in Adelaide in the Eastern Cape. And what a special time it is to be able to even call and to possibly have a conversation with somebody who was 14 years old at the time of the Spanish flu. Let's try and see if we can get back in touch with him again. Hygiene, good morning. Can you hear me? Hello, Hygiene. One more time. Come on. Yes, no. Oh, unfortunately, you know what? We're going to find a way of sending something very, very special to Freddie and those at the Delft Senior Forum. We're actually going to be sending them a game voucher to celebrate this 116th birthday, a very special one indeed. And thank you very much for making the time to take the call, even though we couldn't have a proper conversation. But thank you very much for making yourselves available to us. Happy birthday.
What a show it's been. How special is that? 116 years old. That is insane. Jamie, wow.
I remember reading up about his story first and then speaking about growing up. And we were just speaking about this now. Imagine being 116 years and just sitting on his feet and listening to all his wise words of wisdom, but also just hearing all these stories of what he's been through, the Spanish flu, apartheid, 2 World War IIs, and now going through a pandemic like the COVID-19, just what his thoughts and experience would be. And he still smokes his tobacco pillik, I read as well. So that would have been so interesting to hear. But Freddie Blom, happy birthday from all of us here at Expresso Morning Show.
Truly.
We would have loved to speak to you, but of course the technical difficulties. But amazing.
Can you imagine just a campfire and having an evening just absorbing all that wisdom, that knowledge? Oh, that's like a dream to me, honestly.
One thing maybe you should share with us is what he eats. I mean, to be able to live for 116 years, he probably works out a lot. Probably challenge you to some push-ups.
I'm sure you'll give me a run for my money, I'm sure, with all that experience. But it's been an incredible show, guys. Thank you so much once again for joining us. It's been a Friday full of magic. It's Duk Friday, of course, as usual. And once again, after the show, we're going to be coming at you with an incredible flow session. It's fitness, and then we're going to be heading to the kitchen. But Jamie, Friday once again.
Friday, of course, you are celebrating Mother's Day on Sunday. Happy Mother's Day, even if you're just a mother figure, aunties, omas, all of you, happy Mother's Day. Remember, we are back here on Monday from 7 to 9 a.m. your Feel Good Breakfast Show. But happy Friday, everybody.
Friday.
Ciao, ciao. Meow, meow.
It's my feel good.
Made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.